Hey everybody. I know some of you guys are probably waiting for me to kind of just talk about it, say something, speak on it. Um, so here's that video real quick before I go to bed. So Google dropped the bombshell on us today by releasing the Google Pixel 8a. So we didn't have to wait until Google I/O for a pre-order release. That is actually right now as of today. And you can get it through right now three sources that I know of: Google Fi, Google Store, Best Buy. And we got four color options, right? We already knew that, and this is where like the spoilers of Google just kind of ruined the excitement for some people. I mean, I'm still excited for the device, but we have obsidian, porcelain, aloe, or as Hawaiians pronounce it, aloy, and bay blue. So four color options for whatever, whichever piques your interest. Um, a lot of the things that we talked about over the rumors and everything like that. So there is two variant models as far as storage capacity. So we do have the 128 gig at $499, and then we have the 256 model at $549. As far as the camera sensors, they stuck with the same camera sensors from Sony. They did not use the Samsung sensors that we would see in the flagship Pixels. So you're still getting that 64 megapixel sensor that you get in the Pixel 7a. You still get the aluminum frames and camera bar. You get, well, not, I don't think the camera bar is aluminum, but I know that the side railings are. You get wireless charging. You get IP. I believe it's IP67 or 68. I believe it's 67, water and dust resistance. So you get all that stuff with basically the Pixel 8a, and it grabs a lot of the same features you would find in the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro, right? So onboard Gemini Nano, you have the Magic Audio Eraser feature. Yeah, you just have all the same features that you would find in the Pixel 8. And I have said this before that, I mean, I get it, we're naturally inclined to just reference, the A series devices as mid-range. But to me, I describe mid-range devices as devices that use, like, say, for instance, from like, the Qualcomm Snapdragon series, using something like the 700 series chip or the 600 series chip. Those to me would be mid-range devices, using like, an Exynos 1280, 1380, 1480. So with the flagships using the Tensor G3, which is the most current chip, and the Pixel 8a using the Tensor G3 as well, to me, this is a budget flagship. So I kind of give it my own category. I mean, hey, if anyone wants to rip that off me, go ahead. I don't care. But I'm just saying, when I reference it and I call it a budget flagship, it's because it has everything that the flagship models have, minus the fact that it has maybe a different glass display, a different body build, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is just pretty much there. 7 years of OS support. This is a device I'm definitely going after in August for like my birthday, for my wife's birthday. I want to upgrade her to it. She's already decided she wants the bay blue. I'm going with it's kind of hard for me. I'm either going between the obsidian black or the alloy green, or aloe for everyone. I'm used to calling it alloy. That's what we call it in Hawaii. But those are the two options I'm either going for, or I might just switch it up completely and go with the porcelain white. But I definitely want these devices for one particular reason: 7 years of OS support, which means that if I buy me the Pixel 8a, that will probably be it for Pixel devices for a while for me. For the device to be supported through longevity of that sort. So, it's interesting. Of course, we're still gonna hear more about the Pixel 8a at Google I/O. I expect them to bring it up and talk about it, obviously. And I see a lot of content creators just kind of talking about why get it when you can get this. Like, I'm gonna be like quite serious about it. But some people don't want a glass built phone. Like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed using my Pixel 7. I really like using it. I really like using the Pixel 6. Like, these devices I really enjoyed using. The only problem I have with these devices, it's not really a problem, but just the thing that worries me the most is the fact that they're made of glass. Like, since way back in the day in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, when the idea, the notion of building a smartphone with glass, I've always been worried because dropping it, even with the case on, can crack it. And, I always worry about that because I like my phones to stay in the best, condition as possible. Not because I intend to resell them, but I just want them to stay in the best condition as possible. So with the A series devices, the reason why I enjoy them so much, the reason why that I really like them is because they are plastic built. So I have a bit, more of a laxed feeling with them if I drop them. Like I still throw a case on them, just to keep them like, from scratches or whatever. But I don't have the case on there in fear that, the back of this is going to crack if I drop it. And that's just me. It's personal preference. Not everyone has to think like me or agree with me on this. But all I'm saying is that's just my reason. And I'm part of that demographic that would choose an A series over the flagships. Which to me, the A series is just fine. Budget flagship. So, I know that people are talking about pricing. Well, you can get the Pixel 8 at a discounted price of this and a discounted price of that. And again, you're having to wait for that discounted price. These prices on the 8, whether it's the 128 or 256, that's the prices as they are. And there are going to be deals on them going forward, which means that we should be seeing, maybe the Pixel 8a drop down to $449, maybe even as low as $400 if we're lucky throughout the summer. We don't know what types of sales they're going to be. So maybe, like you go through like Google Fi and you do a trade-in, and the trade-ins don't look all that appealing to me. But I mean that, hey, to each his own, right? You may have an iPhone 14 you don't want and you trade it in for a $499 credit. That's up to you. All I'm saying is that, it's really weird just kind of seeing the state of how everyone gravitates towards Pixels. When Google was really kind of pushing the boundaries, when they had Team Pixel and they were handing out Pixel phones left and right, I saw a lot of positive reviews, a lot of people kicking and supporting for Google Pixels. But in the last 2 years, since they barely give them out now, and they really just give them to like, the content creators that are well known, like, for example, MKBHD, everyone loves using him as a reference, but that's because he's a well-known, creator on YouTube. It seems like that those are not really getting it in hand, are like speaking their truth now. So does that kind of mean that, with the fact that people were handed free phones to review, that they were doing a little sucking up to stay in the good side and the positive side of Google? I mean, all that remains to be seen. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna get me one. I'm hoping to get one around my birthday. I really want one, and not just one, but two. I want to buy one for my wife. And yeah, I think that would be good for both of us. And as not trying to like knock on anyone, but as true Pixel fans, because she would rather use Pixel than any other phone. So, um, I'd say we're kind of excited about these phones for sure. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you all get back at it to your regular day-to-day lives. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button, that helps out the channel. And I'll talk to y'all later.